Welcome in, everyone. It is Farmer Cop here for episode 37 of my Frankenmuth series. We are still going strong. It is February, which means time to plant the cotton. Now, one thing I want to note too, real quick in here is in January with our BGA, we've been keeping this BGA fully functional. We've been keeping it just absolutely cranking stuff out. In January, a complete month of it being fully operational, $1.14 million. So far in February, it's $265,000, but it is 8 a.m. on the first part of February. So that means in the first 8 hours of the 48 hours we will have in this portion of the month, we've made $260,000. So if we multiply 260 by 8, that puts us at 2 million. So I don't know if that'll be quite true, but kind of depends on probably the selling scale and all that. I don't know. But anyhow, absolutely cranking it out. We're still trying to unload still the first bunker of silage here. So we're going to get this unloaded hopefully in the time that we plant cotton. This is going strong, gathering up silage, which is great. We actually probably should move this in a little bit so it'll keep going a little bit longer. Let's just tilt that in just like that. That should be going for a long time now. Okay, but yeah, all good stuff. What's crazy is this thing can hold, this trailer can hold 5 million liters, and this bunker holds about 6 million, which is what we probably put in it. And yeah, so the bunker's been going strong since when we harvest in October, so that's been 3 months, and we have still 3.8 million in there, and then a little less in here, 231,000 in there. So we have about 4 million liters left. So yeah, we still need to obviously increase the production quite a bit. I'm gonna be honest. I very well might go towards I might go towards the fermenting silos and do some of those, maybe a bunch of those. That would make my life so much easier, guys. I'm kind of at a point in this series where the proof of concept is there, right? It's just it takes time now to operate it. I don't even necessarily have to sell the equipment. I just want to get the fermenting cells, and honestly I might even just place them inside the bunker silo just to say, you know what, yeah. Or I'll get rid of it. I don't know. But it doesn't matter. But I say all that to say that I'm just trying to save time. We have more field space compared to last episode, or last year, I should say. We added this in. This field is added new. This chunk of this field has been added in. So, cotton this year, we're going to do this top field, this field. And I think that might be it. So I think we have too much cotton. I think we're going to do those two and see how that goes. Yeah, I think just these two for cotton, which is kind of crazy. Maybe we'll do 3. We do this one, and then a small field of cotton here. Just do these ones as cotton. I think that's pretty reasonable. I don't think we can own the land that's right here. I'd say if I could own this land, I would just connect these fields and make one big field, but I can't own the land there, so can't do it. But yeah, so that's to be cotton. No soybeans this year. The rest is corn. Well, kind of. The rest is corn. We're also going to do some carrots. Carrots are going to be this weird shaped field here. This field, and this field down there. And then everything else is corn, which is insane. Because we grew too many carrots last year, because we still have 1.6 million in storage. Yeah, which is crazy. And then I'm sure how's the popcorn doing? Oh, you guys are out of corn. Crap, I gotta go get you guys some more corn. We gotta do that. Thankfully we have, the carrot soup. They're still doing good in there. Let's go get that taken care of real quick. Part of the problem with that is I just forgot about it. Getting us into February, I was so focused on the silage. But it doesn't matter anyways. We didn't grow enough corn to satisfy these two productions for the whole year, so a little bit of idle time is not gonna kill them. Absolutely not gonna kill them. Got a bunch more cotton bales sitting out. Yeah, which we could probably put a little bit more in there, but yeah. So we had a bunch of extra cotton, because normally I have a couple of bales left over. I don't have that many bales left over, so this is, I think we grew the most cotton we had last year, and I think we can cut it back a little bit. So I think just these fields here, I think not doing those two and doing these 3 here, I think that'll probably put it right about where it needs to be, and then corn and the rest. So, which is absolute insanity. But yeah, so I'm gonna get cotton planted. I don't know when I'll bring you guys back in. I'll probably bring you back in for another update in, I would think, April, where we're gonna get ready to plant corn and soy and carrots. Well, we're not going to plant any soy, sorry, but I just have it on my list as that. And then I'm assuming we're selling clothing in May again, yep, which we're going to get a good value for that. We have $6.9 million worth of just stuff, which is crazy. And our soybeans, we're going to do really good on the soy. 1.5 million on the soy is also excellent, but we're making way more off of our silage and things like that. Because if we can get, I mean, if we can make an extra, I think if we take all the soy fields, which we did enough soy last year, we did, you know, this field and these ones. So if we take those and we make corn or silage, we make chaff off of those, that's probably another, I don't know, 3 months worth of silage, which is $3 to $4 million for us. So yeah, that's just gonna be, it's gonna be so much corn, guys. But that's all I got. I'm gonna keep working. I'll get the cotton planted. I'll bring you guys back in probably again in April. So I'll see you guys then. All right, I've decided to sell our carrots off just because, well, for one, this isn't the best time to sell them right here. Our carrot soup, I guess I should say. It says 1621, says 1592 is the max price. If you go look in here, it looks like October, November is a little bit better, but I'm just going to get them out of the way now. We could sell them at the Frankenmuth Farmers Market for 1621, but it's kind of a pain to unload there with this trailer. So sell everything container 1603. I'm good with that. We're going to make plenty of money off of selling them here, so I'm not too worried about it. I think it's going to be like $15,000 to $16,000 less we're going to make if we sell it here compared to the other place when you take into account all of the carrot soup. However, at the same time, we have a crap ton of carrot soup, so I'm not too worried about it. We're going to make quite a bit of money. So yeah, no big deal. After this sells off, I'll have another almost 3 full loads to take down here. 2 full loads and then one like 80% load or something like that. Let's see how much we get for a full load here. Yep, $400,956. So we haven't sold anything else today, have we? No. Okay. So yeah, I will. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, I will sell the rest of the carrot soup off, and then I will let you know how much we make. Next month we're gonna plant, well, all of our corn and things like that. Which, yeah, are we just gonna kind of do mostly almost all corn and carrots, I guess too? What did I say? Carrots here, carrots, then carrots, and then I think the rest kind of corn. I think is kind of what I want to do, just to see how much corn that is, and you know, just to kind of experiment with how much corn we can get off the map, and then maybe we'll do soy next year. But I think that's what we'll start with. So anyhow, I'll sell the carrot soup off. I'll bring you guys back in just a little bit. All right, well, everything is taken care of, planted. Things are going well. We have so much stinking corn. Everything is growing. Everything's fertilized, no weeds. This is crazy. This is more fields than are originally on the map. This is more, like, more arable area than is originally on the map with all the stuff that we have. Especially, all of this is not on the map. It's a field, all this up here. At least all this portion. So, there's so much on this map. I've got some ideas for harvest. And I'll talk about those when we get closer. But for now, the most exciting part of our year, well, one of the most exciting parts, is selling the clothes off, which we're actually going to sell them at the warehouse, because that seems to be where the prices. These do say they're on their way up, but they're actually not. That one is actually really good, but yeah, I think it's good. It's not as high as we normally get, but I don't think we're hurting that bad for cash where we need to really worry about it. So across here, gotta load up our clothing. Wish we'd only show the things that are actually in there. Okay. Let's in there. What, 55,000 or no? There we go. Good now. 75,000 here. I've seen one of the clothes too is they all usually will fit in one trailer, which is nice. I can't believe we have $22 million in the bank. We're just about to just sell a bunch more stuff this year. We are killing it. Absolutely killing it. The BGA's been empty for a while. There's no silage. We need more corn. All right, let's grab those. And we'll head over to the warehouse and get all this sold off. And I think, yeah, well, we should be selling soy soon. And off camera, I'll probably bring you guys back in for the selling of the soy. That'll happen in June or July, and then I'll harvest carrots off camera in August, and then we'll be good until October for corn cotton harvest. Not gonna have any soy this year. Yeah, yeah. I have a lot of stuff to talk about. I think around harvest time is what I'm thinking with what I've got for ideas for what we're gonna do. So that's what I'm thinking. We'll probably talk more around harvest. But yeah, obviously I'll see you guys in for a quick little event, like I said, when we go to sell the soybeans. So yeah, things are going well. But yeah, series is going good. We're gonna try to make it to the end of our 30th year, and then I think I'll have to put the series to bed. I mean, we've maxed out what we can do realistically now. There's still a few more like upgrades. One of those is going to happen in this episode with, you know, harvesting and things like that. But I mean, realistically, there's not a whole lot else we can do on this map, unless we just wanted to change what we were doing. But I mean, realistically speaking, I know this is a game. I get that. Realistically speaking, you really wouldn't change what you're doing, especially if you're making money hand over fist like we are. So you would just kind of stick to what you're doing because you're making good money. So. Right. We haven't sold at the warehouse in a long time. I'm hoping I can just unload. Not have to do like what I do at the farmer's market where I have to unload pallet, like a couple pallets at a time. Hoping that that's how it's going to work out. If I remember correctly, we want to take the second entrance because it's around the back side. That's been a long time. Yeah, here's the sell point right here. Please just let me unload. Yes. Let me just dump them in there. Perfect. That makes life so much easier. Money is absolutely flying up. That's insanity. Absolute insanity. Alright, how much are we going to have to close? Let's see here. $3.2 million. And that puts us up at $26 million, which is absolutely... That's absolutely epic. Alright, well, I'll put a little break in here. I'll see you guys when it's time to get the soy sold off. Alright, soy selling time has come. It is late June, and this is topped out. That's a great price. That might be the best price you've ever gotten for soy right there. And it's starting to dive back down, so we're going to go ahead and sell it off at the Garrett elevator, which actually is this way. Faster. Great demand at the Garrett elevator. That'd be nice if it was soy. Boy, that would have just... I haven't sold at a great demand, probably in like all of Farm Sim 25. Just period. Like, I don't know. I feel like it used to be way more, I don't know, maybe not more common in 22, but I feel like I sold a lot more of them. But I don't know, maybe I'm just crazy. Let's dip down this way. In July, we've got nothing. August, we'll harvest carrots. I'll do that off camera, just that's what I normally do. Yeah, I have no update to the harvest system. Carrots at least. But I am going to update our systems for our other crop. Well, our corn, I guess, specifically. Specifically silage harvesting corn is what I'm going to work on. But, yeah. Because of a new mod that's come out. And we're also going to buy some stuff. What I'll say. Make sure we're heading the right way here. Yeah, it's back. Just make sure. We don't drive too often to sell points, to be fair, for the amount of hours I spend on this game. You guys see it a lot more than, fortunately, a lot more for the series than I see it. But, I mean, that's kind of the fun part, right? Is the seeing, the fruits of all the labor of the year. Seeing it all get sold is kind of part of the fun, so... Yeah, this is going to be a lot of money. This is going to be... Oh, man. I don't know, 1.7 million, I guess. Yeah, 1.7 million. I think that's a safe guess. I bet it's going to be closer to 1.6, though. But I'm going to guess 1.7. Because usually I guess under, I feel like. That's obviously total money, not how much money we have in the bank. If that was my guess for how much we'd have in the bank, that'd be really, really weird, because we have a lot of money in the bank. Right, and it's very interesting playing this compared to playing the mobile version of the game, since I've been playing a lot of that recently. It's just so different. So different. Alright, what are we sitting at? 1.6. Oh, I should have guessed 1.6. Gosh, that would have been right on the money. Oh, man. That's kind of upsetting. I did say it, though. I mean, you heard me say it. You heard me verbalize it, but I did say I was sticking 1.7 guess. So anyhow, okay. Well, I will bring you guys back in probably when it's time to do our major harvest for the year. And that's kind of where we're at. So I'll see you guys then. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It is October, which is our harvest season for corn, cotton, and soy. But we don't have any soy growing, so that's fine. I did forget to mention this earlier. I wrote it down, but I forgot to mention it. We got $1,510,345 from selling carrots. So I forgot to mention that earlier. And then also just a new thing as well. When I harvested our carrots, we got 1.8 million liters of carrots. So all good stuff there. Now, as you can see, I've placed down 2 more massive bunker silos here and here. Obviously still have our one over here. That's great. This one, yes, is conveniently located next to the VGA. However, I mean, we can get another set of belts over here if we want to, or I can just, I'll just move those over here. But yeah, we can move these over here, get these guys filled up. The reason I have these is because each one of these holds about 6 million liters. So I'm assuming we're going to fill all 3 of these up. And we're going to fill them all up at the same time for a specific reason I'll show you. But we're going to buy some more stuff. So, for forage harvesting, we have more. Oh my, silage additive tanks. Well, we're going to sell our other forage harvesters. So I want 4 forage. And we're going to do short, actually, yeah, standard pipe. Clear windows is fine. Classic is fine. Oh, that looks really cool, actually. These. Born to perform? I really like the old green one, actually. So we're going to get these guys. 505-liter tanks. That's epic. So I want a bunch of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Combinations. None of these are what we own. What are we using on ours? We have a bigger header, don't we? 9 meters, 6 miles an hour. Difference between those and those, really. So, yeah, we'll get these since they're just part of that pack. Oh, yeah, because we want to do the old green edition. So, we need 4 of these then to go with it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Now, we go over here. I'm going to show you what we're going to do. We're going to do some things. Actually, I need to just hop over here. We're going to sell this whole apparatus. Okay, let's bring it over here. What else do we have over here? Oh, yeah, I meant to sell these anhydrous tanks. I'm still using the planters, just not the anhydrous tanks anymore. Sitting over here for a while. Okay, let's sell everything off we got here. So, repair. Let's just repair everything, and then we'll repaint everything. Those are good. Okay, and then repaint. Paint, repaint, repaint, paint. Okay, and then sell, 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 sell. Okay. Perfect. Let's go get this other one out of the way here as well. I'm going to show you what we're going to do. You guys are probably wondering what's going on. Bear with me here. Let's get this done first, and then we will set this up. Now, some of you may know where I'm going, some of you probably not. I don't need the trailers anymore, by the way. We're not going to use trailers. You're like, that's crazy. You need a trailer to put stuff in. We are going to use a new mod that came out by Yoast Modding, the one and only, called Non-Stop Crop, which I did a video out. I posted a video on that recently on how to use it. And basically, it eliminates the need for trailers or carting. So if we get over to our new harvester here, and unfold you, get all you guys started up. Things look really cool. I don't know. I dig these things. These things are great. But what you can do, which I'm actually going to save the game here real quick, so I'm probably going to want to get over here and get a thumbnail of all these guys here. But what I can do, just to show you real quick to get started on one of the fields, this is more over here. Unfold this. All right, and then I go in the menu. Actually, I have to make sure, is it actually on right now? It's not. No, it's on. It's on. Okay. So if I go in the menu, I can click on one of the bunker silos and hit set destination. I don't have silage out of it, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to reload anyways. Yeah, do maybe 2 headlands. higher. Now what's going to happen? And you can do this with harvesters too, regular old harvesters. It's just epic. And this is going to save me time from having to cart and things like that, or even unload the workers, especially with the big silage additive tanks. All right, so the chaff in destination down there, it's showing us how much is there. So 5 million liters, or 6 million is what it's supposed to hold, right? So what is 1% of 6 million? Times 1. 60,000 liters. So it should be at 1% at 60,000 liters right about. Which we'll let it get going a little bit here, and then I'll show you guys what we're doing. But it just puts it over there. Now I have to compact it still. So that's packing. That's one. It says 1% there, about 20,000 liters. Which isn't, I don't think, accurate. But let's go visit. Okay. Now if I go around here, boom, putting it in. Again, it's not compacting it all, but it at least is transporting it directly into the bunker silo, and we'll get it nice and level in here, which is epic. My goodness. And that mod, the nonstop crop mod, you can have things go into animal silos, or excuse me, like animal pens, and then also into... and these guys too, by the way, these two bunker cells, I didn't put them next to each other because they'll kind of snap together. If I snapped them together, it would always remove one of the walls from the outside of one of them. It was really weird. I actually ended up wasting a bunch of money trying to get that to work. But anyhow, yeah. So nonstop crop, absolutely epic mod. It doesn't matter, I can hire this guy because we're gonna reload in a second anyways. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get our harvest done because why not? And then I'll bring you guys back in after I finish out harvest. And actually, I'll probably bring you guys back in at the end of the year because we're going to finish out the year. We're going to get everything fermented, good to go, harvest done. And then, yeah, we'll bring out the year. We'll talk about finances for this year, and that'll be another year done, which this is year... What year are we finishing out here? This is year 27 that we'll finish out. So we have 3 more years to go before I end the series. And I think our value for this one and also our profit for the year, right now our profit for the year is sitting at $12 million. Now, I did just spend a bunch of money on equipment, but not crazy amount, not $12 million worth. But yeah, our profit is $12 million. And next year we should have even more because the BGAs will actually function pretty much. And then I will harvest corn with the harvester. However, what did I calculate the corn? What is our corn demand every year? So if we go here, popcorn down here, 100 to 100. Okay, so 480. So how much? What's 480 times 100? Okay, it's 48,000 times 12 times 2. So I need 1,152,000 liters of corn to satisfy these guys. So once I harvest 1,152,000 liters of corn, then the rest is going to be chaffed. The rest is absolutely chaffed. So I might go up to like 1.2 million liters of corn for this. Have a little extra, but yeah, once we get that quota basically for that, we're just going to chaff the rest of it. But okay. I will bring you guys back in when it's time to go over finances. All right, everyone. It has been a long time since I've recorded another bit of this episode. Life has just been crazy, so I apologize. But we're doing it. We have everything done. Everything is done. What I mean by that is harvest is done. I think plowing that, but that's okay. Yeah, but anyhow, so everything had to be plowed pretty much except for the cotton fields. Which meant that everything could be fertilized. The carrot fields are double fertilized because their planters don't put any fertilizer down. So now these ones all will be double fertilized once they get replanted. And then these 3 here will be fertilized for the first time once they get replanted. And then we'll fertilize them again because that's the cotton fields. I think that was plenty of cotton. I think this is a good mix of what we're doing. I think we've got a good system figured out. Now, we're just going to go kind of into flight mode here a little bit. I did have to buy and sell a bunch of like stuff for the bunker cells because I was having some issues. So this is what was happening. If we go to finance, construction costs, sold buildings, I was having issues. I'm not going to worry about writing off any of that. We have plenty of money, so I don't really care. But I had some problems. So we ended up going to some base game bunker silos. So I've got 1 over here, and then I have 4 over here. The other ones that we were using, so let's find them here. Let's go to the very bottom. We were using these guys. When you place these, which they're obviously a lot bigger, which is great, but I could have had 3 here, so overall capacity would have been higher with these than what we have going on. But when I used these guys, they kind of didn't like to be next to each other, so I couldn't quite place them next to each other. I could have used one over here, and I thought these were the problem, these bunker silos with so I was using Nonstop Harvest, the mod by Yoast Modding. which it worked great for the corn, by the way. All the corn went into the silo. We harvested 1,162,014 liters of corn that we kept as corn, like as the grain. So that was what we got from that, which is great. And we're using that to make popcorn now, which is also great. I'll go into what we got from the chaff in a second, which is insane, by the way. So yeah, I tried base game silos. I was like, is this working? Anyhow, I went back and forth, tried some different silos. I talked to Yost as well, because obviously Yost is a good friend of mine. Yeah, so basically the problem is probably with this map or another mod conflict where it wouldn't work quite well for the bunker silos. So it wouldn't the forage harvesters wouldn't fill up that way. So I have the forage harvesters here with trailers now, and a lot of these trailers have quite a bit in them because these are 5 million liter capacities. Between all four of these trailers here and the 5 bunker silos, we harvested 26,479,797 liters of chaff. Over 25 million, over 26 million. That is insane. That is an insane amount of chaff. So we'll see how that gets us through the year. I'm assuming that's going to do us quite well. Once all those are fermented, then I'll get them all cleaned out. We'll put them into this trailer here, which has a little bit. So I did give ourselves some silage right off the bat because there was some that we ended up losing as part of the process. So I kind of give us an estimated recovery of that. But yeah, it should all be good. So yeah, we have a lot of silage. They're all close. I obviously have the time hasn't moved at all, so these haven't fermented at all. But this one has 2,885,000 liters. So I mean, there's just a lot of silage that we have. You know, we have a lot of it. So I'm curious to see what our profits are next year in the game, to see how we do on everything like that, and how we're doing off of our, you know, our whatchamacallit, our BGA income. I'm curious to see what that's going to look like. I think it's going to be quite high, which is going to be absolutely awesome. I was going to go to the end of the year and go over finances, but we're kind of in a good place to stop. It's been a while here, and I want to make sure I get an episode out tomorrow to you guys, which would be Saturday. So that's where I'm kind of leave it for now. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel and turn your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.